right back on me. Take a load on Fetty, take a load for free. Take a load on Fetty, and you put the load right back on me. Hey everybody, we threw you a curveball tonight. This is, of course, Wednesday night being The Beat Goes On Global Internet Broadcast, brought to you by KCOSdigitalmedia.com. And if you know anybody that should be listening on the internet radio station, through our website, through our application on the Google Play Store, or watching on Facebook Live or on our YouTube channel, the Colorado Music Network. All of it's available, links galore at KCOSdigitalmedia.com. I'm Mark, and we've got some really special people here tonight with us. We are fortunate enough to get a band, and I questioned them right off the bat. I said, man, you're coming from Grand Junction, Colorado? That's 6 hours away. You sure you really want to do it? Well, there's a whole story behind that, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight because these guys are a lot of fun. We've been playing Tankeray music on the station, the first album for 3 years, and Aztec Death Whistle now for 2.
Yeah, that's our newest one. Well, not so new, 2 years now, yeah.
I know, huh? So you said you're going back in the studio.
We are. We're going to do that in December. Go back and just start putting some new stuff down. We've been itching to. We like write stuff all the time, and then what we'll do is we'll pull out a song at a show because we like to gig a lot, and we kind of look on how the audience responds. And if they respond good, we go, cool, let's just keep that one and go record it. So it's actually, we test it out at shows in local drinking establishments.
Yeah, just like this.
Uh-huh.
You know, get on down to the Gold Room. There's still time. Victoria's got some great drink specials going on, as always. We were a little late because we had a great event that we, of course, couldn't say no to and deferred to our new, well, this is not a new time slot, it's just a one-time time slot. But nonetheless, still tune in and enjoy the excitement of the Tankerays. And I guess since we had a great conversation on Messenger that everybody kind of went, what happened there? And so nonetheless, we all became really good friends just because of that.
Oh, yeah.
But these guys are just amazingly cool people. And as soon as Lester gets back up on the stage.
Yeah, Lester, you ready?
Yeah, okay, it's gonna be that kind of night. But no, we're thrilled to be able to bring to you, to the world, Colorado music. And I had the distinct pleasure, because why we're late, there was a introduction of former Governor Hickenlooper announcing his senatorial run. And of course we deferred because he did such a a lot of good stuff for the state of Colorado in his terms of office, and he's got some great visions for, the Senate, hopefully.
Get out and vote.
Of course,
pay attention.
Get out and vote is all we can say, because we're really a nonprofit, and we really can't talk too much about favoritism of politicians or issues or anything like that. But that being said, the point is get out and vote, because what happened can't happen again because people don't vote. Enough said. So I want to introduce to you, all the way from Grand Junction, Colorado, one of my favorite bands, and we just met. But like I say, we've been playing your music, and there is a local connection here that we'll talk about here in a little bit. But I want to introduce the Tankerays, and you know how we do it. We start off in groups of 3 songs, and then we'll ask a question. If you're watching on Facebook Live, you can respond to the event and leave your comments. I know that we are blessed to be able to do this from the beautiful downtown Colorado Springs Gold Room, and our reach is growing every show, and we appreciate all those people from around the world that say such nice things to us. But anyway, on with the music, because that's what we're really all about. We're about getting the musicians and bands of Colorado well known everywhere.
Thank you. KCOS has supported us for, 2 years, maybe more, so we're honored to be here, and thank you so much. It's very important.
Glad to have you. Yeah.
All right, well, we're just going to do what we do. Just brother staying by. Don't you know it's out there right? We all know that a line has been crossed. Better act now before the time is lost. Business as usual in the USA. Money's time. Anxiety is a way of life. Get some pills and numb your mind. Get a shirt, get in line. We all know that line's been crossed. Better act now before the time is lost. Business as usual in the USA. So, we all know that a line's been crossed. Better act now before the time is lost. Business as usual in the USA. Everybody says that life is doing swell. Others say it's hell. Looking for love in every man's speed. Shattered, tattered woman in the street. Don't dream about life's space. Shattered, tattered woman in the rain. Everybody says that life is doing swell. Others say it's hell. Down into the old streets again. You can't go home cause mama won't let you ride. That place in between heaven and hell. Look out now, the beast is dropped his shell. That's okay now, but I'm okay now.
to an end. It ain't pretty much, I was scared. The holes in my pants and the holes in shoes. You're buzzing in the valley drinking on my cow. Boo! Everybody says the life is doing swell. Others say it's hell. Everybody says the life is doing swell. Others say it's hell.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Those are all songs off the new album. Oh, the name of the new album is Aztec Death Whistle. And it's not so new. We've had it out for a while. And where it can be sold? It can be sold on Amazon. You can, you can go to our website. You can go to RockAvenueRecordsUSA out of Hollywood, the label that we signed with for a distribution deal. Hello, Marianne, everybody. You can find us on Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, all those places. And if you'd like to have one personally autographed, you can come to a show, and we always have CDs and T-shirts for purchase. But you can also purchase that online if you go to sunfrog.com, I think it is, or /Tankerays. Lester does a merchandising piece. I just, talk a lot. But anyways, there you go. There's our plug. So, I think we're just going to keep playing. All right. This is an instrumental. This is actually the title track off Aztec Death Whistle, and it's called Aztec Death Whistle. Thank you very much. Hey, we know that dude. How are you, buddy?
See, they're coming out. You know, that's it. We people are night owls here in the Springs. Wednesday night, you know, we do this. I mean, we're a nonprofit because if you got family, stay at home. We understand that. You know, if you don't have transportation, we got it. You know, that's why you can watch us.
Yeah.
If you're
really
got
cool
a disability and you can't get out of the house, even, you know, we're with you, man. We want you to enjoy all that we have to offer. We want you to be happy in your life, whatever it is.
So many options, man.
You
I remember
guys-
all I had when I was a kid was MTV and like Teletoons, but I mean, we would stay home from school all day just to watch MTV and see our favorite videos. Now you can get video, music anywhere, anytime on a little phone walking down the street. It's so cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's it. You're on Facebook Live right now, and then your performance is going to be it's streaming right now on YouTube, and it's going to be archived forever, you know. So, who's watching? You don't think anyone's watching you? Come on. No, this is not the point. This is we export Colorado music to the world, and you guys are a touring band, so you know, got the Mesa Theater T-shirt on.
Oh yeah, always represent home. This is I think one of the first places we ever played was Mesa Theater, and it's back to home, Grand Junction, Mesa Theater. Brett, you guys, thank you so much. That's our home base right there. We got to play shows at the Mesa Theater with the Young Dubliners, Reverend Horton Heat twice, Agent Orange twice, Agent Orange. And we actually hooked up with that guy, Dave Klein, who lives out in L.A. and has a studio, and we kept in touch, and when we were recording this CD, we sent him some stuff and said, hey, what do you think? And he goes, I like that so much, I'm going to put some organs on it. Because he used to be in a band, I don't know if you remember him, Ghastly Ones out of Van Nuys, California, and now the Bomberos. And I loved the Ghastly Ones. There was just that spooky rockabilly stuff, surfabilly, really. And he, if you purchase this CD, or 3 of the songs on there has his keyboards. So it was very gracious and honor.
Oh, that's great to know. I mean, because you never know where your next ally or you know, advocate's going to be, right?
And that's the beauty of the internet or Facebook. You can just keep in touch and get, you know, it's just
absolutely
amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and touring's fun. We love just getting in the van and cruising.
Well, you know, and too, I put a lot of information from you guys' website and everything I can collect, like I always do. I put it on the Facebook event page, and Grand Junction loves you. You know, 95 Rock, you know, put you in the most loved Grand Junction bands.
Yeah, there was, I think, 5 or so. There's quite a few, and we were in there among the top 5. So, well, thank you so much. I love Grand Junction. That's home.
Well, you know, and that's it. I'm from California, so I'm one of them transplants. But you know, we have an awful lot of people from California, wherever I lived, watching anyway. You know, and music is universal, so who cares where you're from, right?
Yeah, that's it. Well, one thing, once we started getting out and playing, you know, you make friends with other bands, and, you know, we've done Portland now, we've been to Seattle a couple of times, we made friends with bands there, and they hook us up with the gig, and they bring their crowd, and then when they come through Grand Junction, we hook them up with the gig and bring our crowd and open, and they get to keep the money, because that's how the deal works, is whoever's traveling, they come through, you host them, you give them play, you know, they crash at my house, which is always interesting, and especially since I have 3 teenagers, and it's just fun. They get a kick out of these crazy musicians. But, you know, they stay with us, we give them the money, they move on, and then they brought us out to Seattle a couple times, and we've done it with our friends in L.A. and different places, so.
Well, you know,
bands helping bands.
I'm really glad that this particular, you know, 2 dates, if you don't get to see them here, and well, this is actually, we'll say, okay, is this the warm-up show for Friday night or what?
Yes, if you'd like to, this Friday at Mother Muff's, this will be our 2nd time there. We're going to do an all-night show. We usually do 3-hour shows. You know, we learned early that if you wanted to make money playing music, you had to book the bar the whole night and play the 3 hours. And so we've been doing this now probably 10 plus years. Sometimes we play more than 3 hours. Yeah, so you play some of the mountain towns and people are having a good time and they don't want to close down the place or dance on the bar, so you end up playing a little bit longer. But that's the fun of it. We just like to play.
Well, and we're glad that you're here because, it is a little bit of a drive from Grand Junction. And to maximize, with a couple of dates in between, that's always the best intention to make it worthwhile.
It is.
And, my teenager is living in San Antonio right now, but so tomorrow night you get to meet the dogs.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
For that.
I was going to say, man, I hope you're not afraid of dogs, but
They got Black Forest. They got ghosts up there. We're like minor ghost hunters too, as well.
Well, Black Forest, it's. I think the ghosts are the people that never leave the forest. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
It's a very tightly knit little, area that used to be far enough out of the city, but now, I live in the meadows, even though it's Black Forest, and then the real forest people go, "You live in the meadows," and I go, "Well, the map still says Black Forest."
Yeah.
But, city sprawl happens everywhere, don't
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah. Even Grand Junction's changed since I've been there.
Yeah.
But
Well, we talked about, a band that we did a festival at Herman's Hideaway, a year and a half ago, called Metal Palooza that Amanda Turner used to do every year. And it was Metal Palooza 5 at Herman's. And we had we did a live stream. And a band from Grand Junction, Augmented, just totally blew me away.
Really
now,
good.
you told me the story that they're a different name, different little groove, differently, and
yes. I don't know everybody in the band, but one of the people I know the most is Christopher Petros, really tall drummer guy.
Yeah,
he is
I
so
talked to him
fun to watch play drums. I mean, sticks going everywhere. I mean, it's just fun to watch. Energy, gosh, they've been around a long time in Grand Junction, and they're stepping out more too. So,
well, and that's it. So on the YouTube channel, there's around 1,300 videos that we've shot since 2011. So the YouTube channel we're pretty proud of. It's been seen in over 200 countries. And, the watches just keep on going. And don't forget to subscribe because we have multiple playlists for the festivals, for the Beat Goes On show, for, all the stuff that we've been doing. Because we do all genres. We are all Colorado music, 24/7. We support the whole state.
oh yeah. And we love Colorado Springs. Ever since we've been coming here, folks have been welcoming, helping us. One time we were driving to a gig and the van crapped out on Eisenhower Tunnel, and we had a gig. I think it was at the Rocks or something. I think it was, and we called a tow truck, put the van on the tow truck, and made it to the gig. And we literally pulled up to the gig, and the tow truck emptied, put the van down like this so we could get our equipment out. And we went and played our show. And the folks went around with a thing and collected money and tips, and drove us to our hotel room. And the van was in a garage, and we got it fixed the next day and got on the road. But just wonderful people have always, and I noticed about Colorado Springs, people love music, even if it's not their genre. They show up and they love it. And that's really cool.
Well, and two, I got to once again thank all the Gold Room staff and the Mining Exchange, the whole organization. Pulled together and really did a nice thing for you guys.
They did. Thank you so much. Set us up with the room and a meal. That is so awesomely incredible. Thank you so much. That helps a band on the road. Because what we don't need tonight, we put it in a styrofoam and we put it in the we don't have a van anymore. We just bought a trailer that we haul stuff now with. And, that's food for the road in the morning or what have you.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's always the tiniest people that eat the most. And here, you know, I should be, you know, eating and eating and eating, but, you know, food is just fuel, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And if I could, real quick, just to introduce, this is Leslidiana Biocic. She's my cousin on the bass.
Absolutely.
And then we have Mike, the madman, the medicine man, Thornburg, back here on the drums from Indiana. And
Big sound.
Yeah, and I'm from Denver, Morrison, actually. I grew up in Morrison. My name is Brian. And we all met in Grand Junction and formed a band about 10 plus years ago. And it's, Yep, it is. It's, you know, folks go out on golf vacations. We plan shows and get in a truck. And like I said, last month we were in Seattle and Portland. And we've been through Idaho, Eugene. It's just, it's fun to go places you've never been before in between gigs and just walk around the city and look. And so to us, it's like an adventure that we're never going to give up, I guess, probably until we die, most likely, or who knows.
Well, we love hearing stories like that because we love your music. And, you know, I got to relay a story. One of my friends that, you know, I just happen to be friends with a lot of blues musicians, national touring acts, because being a photographer for a long time. But I don't know if you've heard of Danielle Nicole, part of Trampled Underfoot from Kansas City. She's over in the UK right now and just put up a post on Facebook about getting in an accident on a roundabout. And so I had to give her my little experience about roundabouts, and I got in an accident in a roundabout too. How does that happen? You know, the main moral to that story is when you're in England and you get into an accident, even, you know, especially if it's not your fault, don't be a gracious American and say, I'm sorry, because they will take that as an admission of guilt. So it's good to travel around, and it's good to travel and learn about local places and cultures and how everybody lives their lives.
Oh, yeah, the freeways in LA and San Diego were a trip to us. That's the first time I ever seen a motorcycle drive down in between the cars like this. I'm like, what if you have your arm out or something, or they hit it? That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but it's a trip in LA. We would have a gig, and it would be maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes away, or maybe 30 miles, maybe 15 miles away, but it would take you an hour to get there or more just because of the traffic. And it's, you know, where you learn to just kind of cut across and just, you're like, God, this is different. They don't do this in Colorado or Grand Junction. So
I'm very familiar with LA, and
Yeah.
you know, everybody goes, "Oh, California." It's like, hey, you know, I love California
I do too. I love the beach.
you know, whatever reasons, but yeah, that driving down the center stripe on the freeway with 6 lanes jam-packed, it's either they're crazy or they're late, or they might just be doing a virtual animation for a video game.
Yeah, you don't know. You
You
don't
never know.
Every time we go there, we usually try and plan a day or two to go to Venice Beach because it's just always fun to just hang out there and watch the show.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I know. How many people want to hear some more music? Oh, come on.
All right. Yes, we have played Nevada. We play a place out there called the Double Down. It's fun, a wonderful place. They call it like the old punk rock bar of, oh gosh, it's got all kinds. It's great. I love it. I love the hole-in-the-wall dive bars where you show up and literally there's a PA and the chords, and you basically grab the cord, the mic cord, stick it in channel 1. Everybody sets up and you start playing. Sometimes those are the funnest because it.
Go to Boulder Station in Las Vegas if you want to play.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's where all the real music happens. You know, you got the Strip. Boulder Station is one of them old-time casinos that love to have music.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely. Oh, cool. Thank you, sir.
We'd love to have that.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. All right, so we're going to play, let's play a tune.
Oh, let's play a few, yeah.
This is our song. It's an original. We call it Mama Made a Monster.
Mama made a monster. Hell, she didn't want to. Smoking marijuana down in Colorado. Voices in my head, a child living dead. Mama made a monster. Headed down New Orleans, party in the graveyard would have seen. Zombie loves light of the moon, vampire dust in a dark and tomb. I didn't know what I was into until the devil jumped up and he bit me. Mama made a monster. Sudden past, deal with the monsters of my past. Follow me now, wherever I go. Such risky nightmares no one knows. I didn't know what I was into till the devil jumped up and she bit me. Mama made a monster. Mama made a monster. Hell, she didn't wanna. Smoking marijuana down in Colorado. Voices in my head, a child living dead. Mama made a monster, and she did it just like this. In the graveyard would have said, zombie loves light of the moon, vampire dust in the dark and tomb. I didn't know what I was into till the devil jumped up and she bit me. Mama made a monster. Mama made a monster. Hell, she didn't wanna. Smoking marijuana down in Colorado. Voices in my head, a child living dead. Mama made a monster. Thank you.
I shout always. I always let Mike know. We crack jokes all night. Okay, so we're gonna just keep playing. Let's do the song to all the roller derby girls. We call this "Swimming with the Sharks." This one is another song. It's about meeting the love of your life in a graveyard. We like comic books and horror movies, so we call this one Bloodlust Vixen. She's kind of a zombie vampire. Comes rocking down the street, man, a bloodlust vixen got a lot of me. She got eyes that'll burn to the soul, man. She take you down the hill where the devils go. Here she comes with the cool light still, man, a corpse eye right behind the bridal's veil. Cause if you look down deep in your heart, man, she knows where you hide and it's gonna start. But if you think you got what it takes, if you think you got what it takes, you can find your bride by the cemetery gate. Here she come and she watch you away, man. You pray to the Lord that she stays away, cause she knows what goes on in your mind. She'll drive you crazy, leave you blind. If you think you got what it takes, if you think you got what it takes, you can find your bride by the cemetery gate, alright? Here she come and she looked your way, man. The bloodlust vixen better not delay. Cause if you give it to the lust of your heart, she'll take you down the hill, leave it till it falls. But if you think you got what it takes, if you think you got what it takes, so you can find your bride by the cemetery gate. Thank you. How was that? Thank you very much. Thank you. I see that there's a young lady over here, Kelly Moon.
Yeah,
How are you?
noticed her. I was going to spring that on you. I'm going, look who I got sitting next to me. And there we go. We got a hot mic for you. Of course, you already got a hot mic, but, you know.
Where is that man?
Yeah.
Here he is. He's back there.
He's
Drummers.
hiding in the back, yeah.
Drummers, yeah.
It's Mr. Kelly Moon.
Yes, everybody does know everybody around here.
We first met Kelly Moon and Mr. Kelly Moon at the Trailside Saloon, I think, in Denver, long, long time ago. We all played a showcase together. Miss Steer, was it?
No, actually, it was our previous band to that, Irisum.
That's right.
Yeah, we were still in Arisum, and then we played maybe one or two more shows
Yeah.
when we were still
here.
with Arisum, and then
Yeah.
we did another one with Maysteria.
Another one of those things where bands find each other, and you guys have always been gracious to us, and you gave us a ride to our hotel room that night, help us put our equipment away when our van broke, and so we thank you very much for that, or else we would have been sleeping in a bar that night.
Yeah, I was actually listening to that as I pulled up here. I had the live video playing in the car, and I was telling my daughter, we're like, oh, I remember that night.
You guys, thank you.
It was the playing field, actually.
Wow.
That was the bar.
Oh, that
it was
place.
a rockabilly event. Yeah.
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 Well, you know, and this is how intertwined everybody becomes, because Kelly and I kind of bonded a long time ago, probably around the same time, Eurism time. You know, I feel so blessed that she's let me into her life and family, that this is my adopted daughter, and I'm her adopted father. And I'll always hold that close and near and dear to my heart, because she is quite the recognizable personality here in town that represents everybody.
Yeah.
She's always all about everybody, and she is so talented on her own merits,
Yes.
no matter what she does.
Beautiful person.
And,
Wonderful voice.
I know that we've already talked about, you know, getting up and doing a song or two. And
Yes.
she's laughing. No,
Yes, we have actually done this song before with each other, and it's always just so fun. It's a song that has to have a woman sing it, and Kelly Moon just glorifies it, or makes it wonderful. We'd be honored if you come sing that song with us.
It was actually the playing field the first time we attempted those songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Pretty
I'm
good for never having actually gotten together. That was such an interesting night over there.
Oh, yeah. Very
this will
much so.
definitely be a treat, because I haven't heard her sing in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after this, who knows when I'll be on stage again. So thank you. This is actually a nice treat for me as well.
We'd love to have you. If you'd like to come on up, and you ready?
Well, sure, we'll give it a try.
All right.
Well, I first want to say, hey, Chad, we ready for Kelly Moon?
Oh yeah,
I'll just give you this mic, or
So I want to also thank Hex Audio for the great support, as always. Every show, Chad Martin is the best. We wouldn't want to do anything without him. So whenever you want to do it, I mean, I'm not pressuring her. I'm not going to boot her off the
whenever's
stool.
good for you, Kelly.
We still got time, yeah.
all right. Well, let me go get some water real quick.
All right.
You can do a quick song, and then
And
I'll
then
be.
we'll come on up.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
You're
you.
in for a treat, everybody.
Let's give it. Come on, everybody. Let's give some cheers for Kelly over here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna do a song called. It's off off the new album.
I got so wet night. Reflections in a drip light. Wheels on fast, take me fast, cool. They take me far away from you. I don't want to waste your time. You can have my peace of mind. Jealous is a guilt and crime. I don't care about money made. I don't care about his life saved. I don't care about the man you pray. Just enough get tired. mile in my shoes. If you got no more than nothing to lose, if you wild with traveling mind, you just show the end of time. I don't wanna waste your time. You can have my peace of mind. Jealous is a guilt and crime. I don't care about who you save. I don't care about the money you made. I don't care about the men you laid. Listen, get down. About who you save. I don't care about money you made. I don't care about a man you pray. Just get cash. I don't care about who you save. I don't care about money you made. I don't care about my leg. Just another get cash.
Thank you. All right, you ready, Kelly? This is actually a song by a band called The Devil Doll, and it's called The Things You Make Me Do. Let's hear it for Kelly.
Check, 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 check. Actually, just in this one out of there would be.
You know what? I don't know if we have a level on this other wireless, but you can try this wireless, Kelly. You want to try doing one of these?
I think we got this one.
Will you do
Yeah.
that?
This will work.
Okay.
It's longer now.
All right. 'Cause I know you like to throw the mic around. Sorry, Mike. Couldn't resist.
Makes me feel the way you do. No one lays me down the way you do. I got a bit more curl in my hair when you get through. And the way you keep your eyes on mine until we're through. I said no one makes me feel the way you do. Just name the time and place and I'll meet you. I can't get that kind keep my mind away from you. No matter what I do, I think of you. And when I look at your picture, I start to sweat. And when you touch me, baby, I get so weak. Just feel so. You got this way of bringing out my best. Let's get dressed up and make a mess. All this and more I do for you. I jump right on a plane just to see you. Yes, and love, we meet again. You're my lover to one another. You're my hero, my best friend. I say, come on, baby, and show me how it's done. Say my name and tell me I'm the one. 'Cause since you're loving, I ain't been the same. Make me wanna wear a ring and forget my name. Thank you guys.
Oh yeah, back by popular demand.
Thank you, Kelly, very much. It's here for
Thank you,
Kelly.
Kelly.
Come up here and rock that song. All right, thank you so much. How'd it feel to get back up there and do that? It's awesome. Uh-huh. It's a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. Okay. Down the road. Why you want to do that one? All right. Someone asked her, that's why. What can you say on internet radio? Or,
What can't you say?
yeah,
Nobody's told me.
can you say the B word?
You know,
They say it on TV, so it's okay. I don't know what's appropriate. I don't get out much.
you know, and that's the whole thing. People that want to do it, and the people that don't know about it, they ask for permission. And you know what my favorite saying is? It's better to ask forgiveness than beg for permission.
Absolutely. That's like the rock and roll thing, man. That's how they survived for so many years.
You know?
All right.
You never get anywhere.
All right. Our that's the one you want to play, right? All right. We call this the divorce song. If anybody's ever been through one of those, well, I was, and actually that's how we wrote this song. So anyways, we call it the divorce song. It's called, and this could go for guy or girl. You know, it goes either way. It's called Down the Road, Bitch.
When I come home, it's always same old thing. The kitchen's cold, the bed is old, it's just a thing. I work all day and drink all night. When it comes to love, all I wanna do is fight. Ah, come on, it's always same old thing. You love me, you hate me, it's just a diamond ring. I work all day and drink all night. When it comes to love, all you want to do is fight. Well, just one thing that left to do. I'm gonna pack my bags and I'm leaving you tonight. Just what left for me to do. Get my gun, coming after you. Work all day and drink all night. When it comes to love, all you want to do is fight. Well, just one thing that left to do. I'm gonna pack my bags and I'm leaving you tonight. Tonight, alright.
Thank you very much. She likes that one. That's what she wanted to hear. Oh, Lisa wanted. But Lisa, wherever you are, if you're watching, that was for you. Oh, geez, there it goes. Okay. You never know. You never know. It's like an earthquake. You never know when it's going to blow. But anyways, so let's do a song. Let's do Down Yonder. It's off the new one.
Down to get myself a drug. Oh, went down yonder to get myself a smoke. Got a little money and a lot of time to tote. Went down yonder to get myself a drink. Went down yonder to get myself a drink. Got a little money and a lot of time to think. That's right. tried to sell my soul. I went down yonder, tried to sell my soul. The devil didn't want me, and the angel said, hell no. Got no money, no place to go. Crazy little woman stole my dough. I got to get back to the big and old. Gotta leave this town, sure I know. Tried to find a home. I went down yonder, tried to find my home. A woman kicked me out and I'm alone. Got no money, no place to go. Crazy little woman stole my dough. I got to get back to the big and old. Gotta leave this town, sure I know.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I have a question.
Sure.
You guys opened up for Reverend Horton Heat.
Yes.
Did he,
And that was it. We twice, and that was an honor. I mean, I remember, like we were talking earlier, you know, well, probably back in my early 20s, watching Teletoons. I don't know if that's still around here in Denver, but it's like this show that came on the weekends, late night. And I remember one time I'm sitting there in my little studio apartment down on Capitol Hill, and all of a sudden I seen Psychobilly Freakout come on. And I remember looking at that, looking at the big orange Gretsch and the suit and Jimbo and the bass. I'm like, this is so damn cool. I got to figure out what this is. You know, psychobilly, rockabilly, the whole mix. And lo and behold, you know, you kind of think of things and you fantasize and you put it out there in the universe. And, you know, later on moved to Grand Junction and we started playing shows. And lo and behold, he came to town. And like I said, Mesa Theater has always been good to us. And he said, hey, the Reverend Horton Heat's come to town. You want to open up? I'm like, God, are you kidding me? How's that happen? So we did. It was a lot of fun. And I think a couple years later, we opened up again for him in the Pinata protest. I think they were I can't remember, they were out of Texas somewhere. And he was a great guy, just really nice guy. Got him to sign, got the band to sign one of my hollow bodies. I hold on to it, I keep that safe and hidden because it's like my prize. But wonderful people, great time. So I'm a firm believer that if you think something enough and you put it out there, eventually the universe kind of brings it back to you. But you got to believe and you got to put it out there. And if you don't, and you got to fight for it sometimes too, and you got to get in, or it'll never work because it's not going to come easy. But it's like one of those things like, you know, and then listening to the Ghastly ones, and then pretty soon we're opening up for Agent Orange, and we played a Ghastly stomp, and the guy come up and said, hey, I like that song. I said, yeah. He goes, that's a Ghastly one. I go, yeah. And he goes, I was in my band. You know, I wrote that song, and I'm like, I hope you're okay. We played that, and he goes, yeah. And that was Dave Klein, who, you know, ended up putting, you know, that's how we all met, and he ended up putting keyboard tracks on 3 of our songs on his new album. So it's kind of cool how it just all intertwines, like you said.
Oh, it is, and you know, there are such things as missed opportunities too.
Yeah, we've done that. We've done that. One time, I think we were on the road, and we were all pretty sick, and we had a show that we had to play somewhere up in Evergreen, and we that was my first lesson. He had the flu, and we were all just, there wasn't like maybe like 1 or 2 people, maybe the bar staff in there. We're like, okay, God, we just don't feel the energy. We've got to do this for a couple hours. Lo and behold, a promoter showed up that night, and he was watching us, and I talked to him later, and he goes, I'm not going to book you guys. I'm not going to book you anywhere. He goes, you guys had no energy. You didn't put anything into it. And I'm like, wouldn't you know it? So it just goes to show you, whether it's a little crowd or hundreds, play it like you're playing at Red Rocks, because you never know who's in the audience who could be impressed by it and help you. So after that, every gig's 100% or no.
Well, and here's my missed opportunity story is we used to remember them Lodo Music Fests downtown. Well, I was hanging out with a friend, and we were Larry Holtz, internationally renowned photographer. We went there, sold photos at a booth, did great, met a lot of people, and I was taking a break and walking around and going, wow, who is this guy? This was so in the mid-90s. Didn't have my camera with me. Missed out. Yeah. And every time he's come around here, it's like, who do I ask for a photo pass? And it's like, everybody's like, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And so, shout out, I just saw, we're going to have Lita Ford in Colorado,
Very
Denver tomorrow night, and then Friday night. And guess
Go Women Who Rock, man.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I get to shoot the Sunshine Show and the Denver show, but we it's like opportunities come around every once in a while again. So you gotta have a great attitude. That's the whole thing. When someone sees you at your worst, you're going, oh man, I really messed that one up.
Mm-hmm. And you kick yourself in the butt for a long time.
I know, a long time. It could be years.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Oh yeah, just do it 100% or no.
Well, we're past the top of the hour, but someone said something about FCC. The only thing we got to do is say, you're listening to KCOSdigitalmedia.com right now.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Yeah.
You are listening to KCOSdigitalmedia.com. KCOSdigitalmedia.com.
Oh, man. Well, okay, if I would have... See, I was doing my station ID, but, man, if we love to have other people do station IDs for us.
Here we go.
If you listen to the station, you will hear... It'll be everybody from different bands going, you're listening to, and so... Got this, Nathan? All right.
Okay, you are listening to KCOSdigitalmedia.com. We're the Tankerays. Thank you so much for having us.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank you.
More music.
All right, you want one more?
Oh, one more. Yeah. No, you got like you said 3 hours. I'll hold you to 2.
Okay.
She's been mine. Everybody says she cheated. I didn't go anyway. 5 million size hell. You never be a man. I'll never tell. I see little mama. You tell me all. Bang bang, booty girl. That's how we Betty Page on my almost in the
much, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. Thank you so much. This is great.
So, you taking requests?
Sure.
Push that button. There you go.
Absolutely.
Song. All right, there. I'm on the air now. There's a song I don't think you guys have played tonight, and I can't remember the exact name, but it's something about Dracula surfing or somewhere around those lines.
Oh, that's actually the Ghastly Stomp by the Ghastly Ones, Dave Klein and Agent Orange. But yeah, that's would you like to hear that?
Hell yeah.
Okay, yep. This is what happens to us. We thought when Frankenstein and Dracula go surfing at the beach. Welcome, Kelly. Thank you.
So, more than a couple of us have already complimented your guitar.
Oh, thank you. I love these.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, I love Gretsch. I've always played Gretches, and I love this one. I love them all, basically. I got a lot of different hollow bodies. My son and I, we pulled out all the guitars and we're counting them the other day, and he looked up on Wikipedia how much is like too many guitars for somebody. You know, it could be like something that's not healthy, something like that. And I think the average should be about 9. And I came out to probably close to 32 different ones. Yes, I do. We had the whole living room. Ask Mike, he came over and the whole living room was loaded. And he said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, finding guitars under beds, stashed in closets, fell down behind a bench in the garage. But anyways, this D'Angelico is beautiful, man. It's got the TV Jones pickups in it and the binding. Just an excellent, wonderful guitar. I love my Gretsch too. I love all my guitars. But this D'Angelico really has been my primary guitar for a couple of years now, and it's like old reliable. It doesn't fail. Some folks change their strings like every gig. I think I change my strings like twice a year maybe, or if they break, then I change them. But I play it, put it in the guitar case, bring it out for a gig, play it, and that's how it goes. And this thing, it's like you pull it out, and it's just always badass and ready to go. But those TV Jones are rock.
Yeah, either you're a Mythbuster or, it's like, is there some kind of code that you're breaking, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing that I noticed too on your bio, we share, our one of our favorite guitar players is Billy Duffy from the Cult.
Oh my God, I love the Cult.
Yeah.
That was actually the first probably on Teletoons again. It was one of those late night things, and it was back when it was the Southern Death Cult.
Yeah.
And
long time.
Yeah, Billy had the pompadour, and he had that big white Falcon Gretsch.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at that and listening to it, and they were playing "Here Comes the Rain." They also were playing not yet. They were playing stuff still off the Death Cult and the Southern Death Cult. And I was just looking at that going, God, I was amazed how, really, that was one of the reasons why I wanted a hollow body, was when I saw that big white Falcon and him playing it. And how can you do better than the Cult? The Cult's like one of those bands, and when you're younger, you just sat in your room and put it on it, because I had albums, and I put it on or a cassette tape, and I put it on and just listened to it, and you're like, geez, it was something for you to bond with in junior high and high school, so you felt like you had something to bond with.
Oh man, that's, my story about the Cult is I got to see him at the 930 Club in DC when I just happened to go there for work, and I didn't bring my favorite camera. So, and you always ask permission, when you're doing stuff like that. But sometimes you just got to be a little stealthy, and especially now with cell phones, everyone's everywhere. Everyone's everywhere. If you had to chastise everyone that's got a cell phone now, you wouldn't have a crowd. But someone with pro equipment, they're going, all right, who are you?
Yeah.
So I'm up on the balcony, but yeah, Billy was just shredding on that white Gretsch, and I was just, it was hard to concentrate on taking a photo because I was just in such awe.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody always used to say Billy's such a badass, he's a mean guy, he's this and that. What a gentleman,
Very nice,
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the show, they were great. Cool. Just great. I really miss them. I wish they'd come back.
That'd be really cool. Oh yeah, to me the Cult was just trance music. It was, and it's spiritual. It has some kind of, it just speaks right to your soul, and it's funny. All the girls always love Ian Astbury because of the long black hair. And me, I was like, Billy Duff, man, he looks cool, man, with that pompadour and stuff. He was like the odd man out on the rest of it, but they were all odd but perfectly situated together.
And that's, I don't know if that's still a continuing story, but, Ian Asbury, he didn't lose his hearing, he lost his voice.
Oh, my.
Or something like that.
His voice was just incredible.
I know, but that's, the last time I saw him was, I think, at the Ogden Theater, and it was years ago, but, it's like one of those bands that you just wish they would come back and do everyone's talking about the Black Crowes reunion next year, and it's like, well, the Robinson brothers are the only two that are going to be part of the original band, but.
Here's a story for you. This was when I was young, probably early 20s, went and saw a show at Red Rocks, and it was actually Metallica and the Cult opened up for him. And it was kind of like a weird deal because Metallica fans are Metallica fans. They're there for Metallica. Yeah. And the Cult came out and they played, and it was awesome, and they did a great job, but, the fans were like, get them off. We want Metallica. We came here for. And I was like, God, this is a bad bill to put together. But for me, it was wonderful because I got to see the Cult at Red Rocks, and wow, that was just one of those ones I'll never forget.
Well, isn't that great? I reminisce too about shows, and Red Rocks, #1 venue in America. My God, that's the place. But okay, so here's the comparison questions. Like it used to be in the. Well, I'm an old guy, so old guy questions. Beatles or Stones, don't have to answer it, but the gist of it is Metallica or Megadeth.
Mm-hmm. I would go with Megadeth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I love Dave Mustaine. He's got a like
What a
alligator
persona.
bite attitude that I dig.
Yeah, I mean, the show was White Zombie, Pantera, and then Megadeth. What a lineup.
Oh my God.
But, you know, and Dave being the guy that he is, you know, he's a Virgo like myself, September baby. But anyway, he introduced the band, you know, everybody's name. And then Dave stands up and goes, "I'm Dave." And everybody's going, "Dave, Dave." It was deafening in Red Rocks, you know, and that's, you know, with all that hype, Megadeth, Metallica,
Yeah.
Dave's got to feel good. And, you know, I understand Dave's going through what I went through 10 years ago with throat cancer. And, you know, it's been pretty quiet, but it has leaked out. But Dave, if anything's possible and you happen to be listening, man,
Hang in there, buddy.
hang in there,
I
buddy.
love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
My favorite song by Megadeth was that song, I don't know, hopefully this is the title, Wake Up Dead. So I know if I creep it, I'll shut. If I wake her, I'll wake up dead. And then he had this blazing solo that came in. I was like, God, I love this.
Yep. So we got a half hour left.
Oh, wow.
You want to just do some shredding? I know, you know, the rockabilly songs are like 3-4 minutes maybe, but, you know, people want to hear some music from the Tankerays, and hopefully everyone's going to come out to Mother Muff's Friday night and see you guys and yell and scream and dance.
Love to see you.
Yeah.
Be great. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Actually, I'll play, you know, we always play this song. It's just the song we always play because it's where we get a chance to really just kind of put our energy out there. And it's not by us, it's actually by the Reverend Horton Heat. And it's a song that I think is so perfect for the state of Colorado. And it's called Marijuana. little ditty on a drum. All right, can we get a round of applause for Mikey? you very much. That was fun.
It's great to hear you guys stretch out, man.
Thank you. Oh,
Love
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah. That's a combination of the Reverend Horton Heat, and I hopefully, God, I don't hack this or get it wrong. I think it's Sugarfoot Rag. Junior Brown, I'm thinking, is where I saw that played and picked up on it and wanted to do it.
Junior Brown's coming to Stargazers here sometime in the future.
Oh, my God, I'd love to go see that. That guy,
Yeah,
watching
I know.
him play is
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, yeah. See, I love that old style. I love the new style. I grew up listening to a lot of the old stuff, so it's a little bit of roots there. And then all of a sudden we started getting mohawks and doing punk rock, and then the 80s was long hair and spandex and metal, and then, I don't know, grunge came along and kicked that in the butt, gave us something different, and it's kind of interesting to see where music goes now. I know. Let's see what happens, man. Music reinvents and comes back. But one thing I've noticed is the old rock and roll stays solid forever.
Well, you know, and I got to say, it's just me maybe, but, you know, tell you the truth, that last one, I heard hints of Santana in there, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, yes.
Both
Santana.
in the guitar and percussion.
Love Santana. Love.
Well,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
need a cowbell.
we don't want to bring, what's that guy, Ron, no.
Christopher Walken.
Well,
More
no,
cowbell, Blue Oyster Cult.
That's not the guy I was thinking about. I was thinking about, Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that.
His news character.
Oh, yeah. What was that movie?
I know. It's like, man.
Anchorman?
We're in such a
He's talented.
rapid fire society where everyone's picking up on everything and doing what they do, and it's actually everything is meshing together more than anybody could realize.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I mean, you listen to all the different stuff, and you're like, what's going to be the new breakout thing? Have we heard it already?
Yeah.
Has it not come yet? Is it just around the corner? What's it going to be? It's kind of exciting. Music is in this nebulous right now.
Well, okay, so what? This is one thing I don't understand. The silent disco thing. You heard about that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's where everybody goes to a club and they have multiple DJs, and you get to pick headphones for whatever DJ that you want to listen to, and the room's totally quiet and everybody's with headphones dancing. You know, and that's where I don't know if things are getting to the point where people are disassociating, and I don't know.
I don't know. You notice it a lot playing shows, too. I mean, rather you play early or late, and I'm not picking on the audience or anything like that, but you can always find an excuse why to not show up to a show or why to show up to shows. And I hope we never lose live music venues and people coming to see live music, because that's what, I grew up on. You would go to like an 18 bar, back then you could do 3-2 beer. Or you just go to an 18 club and you'd hear these punk rock bands or any kind of music, and that's what you did. You went out and you listened to live music. I hope to God that never disappears, because people need to go to the clubs. They need to get out. They need to have interaction. They need to feel that bass hit their heart, and and the bass drum and all of it. You need to feel that and interact with people, because God, to me, growing up, that was what you did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you feel the splatter if you're in the
The
front
sweat.
row.
Some blood hits you, like, wow, that was real.
And that's it. We deal with the time slots that we deal with, right?
Yeah.
But you're right.
Live music.
It cracks me up. We've been here 3 years now, and we've had great days. We've had, of course, when there's a blizzard out, that's another thing. I spend a lot of time east of the Mississippi, and people go out in blizzards. Not here. They go, oh, it's not safe to go out. And it's like, if you're on the East Coast, it's like, I'm not staying home.
You go out. Oh, yeah. Well, and I remember in the 80s, we'd go to heavy metal bars, and you'd see the girls out there with mini skirts and high heels and hair all dude up, and it'd be blistering cold, and there'd be a line around the bar, and they'd be out there standing like this so they could get in and have their time to get on the dance floor and hear their favorite song and be a rock star for that moment, you know? Yeah, that, gosh, I hope that never goes away or it comes back strong again. It'd be really cool.
Well, you know.
And you combine it. Thank you.
Music is not a seasonal thing, you know? People play music.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, how many shows do you guys typically do a year?
You know, I don't know. I've never sat and counted. I've wanted to go to Reverb Nation or our webpage to count them, but I never have. I mean, I know at least we have 3 or 4 shows a month, and we try and get out on the road two or 3 times a year. And we've played in those blizzards. As a matter of fact, last winter we played at a place in Denver with the Hillbilly Hellcats, Chuck Hughes.
Oh, man, I love
And
Chuck.
I love Chuck Hughes. He's a classic man,
I'm
just a
yeah.
good man. When I was starting off, I would send him little bursts of emails. Chuck, what do you do this? And how do you do that? And what do you ask? And what should you do? And he would just so nicely give me information. So he's been like a father for, you know, to give ideas and information about music so you don't make a mistake. And we played a show, and I mean, it started snowing before we even set up. And I bet there was a foot of snow on the ground, and there was like, you know, maybe 7 people there, including the bar staff. We played our show. Chuck Hughes played his show, and when we came out, I mean, we were all scraping the ice and snow off our things, and you were driving real slow to your hotel room, and it came down. I think it came down before we even went to the bar. I can't remember. It had to be it had to be 1 or 2 feet that night. I don't remember. It was last winter. Yeah, Lester falls in a snowdrift and we lose her, so we got to put got to put a string. Put her bell on her. Ding, 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 and we're all wondering
I know, she's like
there.
over there now, and it's like, okay, I gotta, wait, you're off camera, man. What are you doing?
Just chilling.
Oh, but you know, you're so animated. I mean, you did what? Oh, okay, I can relate to that. I only got 9 myself, so I know what that means.
But
Wow.
But it's snowing out, and you're like, oh, who cares? We're all in here and we're safe.
I know.
And if we have to, we could sleep here. We've slept in bars before. We slept in a bar up in, was it Natarita or Norwood? They let us sleep in Norwood. Yeah, they let us sleep in the bar that night. The only thing the guy said was just, you know, you can have drinks and all, but don't drink me out of all my stock. So we didn't do that, but, you know, what the heck, when you're out there and you're doing it, it doesn't matter if it's a snowstorm, if it's summer, if it's 2 people, if it's 1,000 people. Just play and have fun, because that's why we do it.
So you heard it right from the source, you know, and that's the deal. And we love all you online watchers and listeners on the station and on YouTube and all the media that we do put out on. But you know what? There is nothing really like a live experience, no matter who it is. Yeah. And since you mentioned Chuck, it's like, we met, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and you know, I said, Chuck, would you do the show? And he goes, well, explain it to me. What do you guys do? So, you know, if you talk to Chuck a lot, you tell him, you know.
Oh, yeah, he's got it down.
The offer is always open for him, because now, who did he have with him when?
It was just us. It was us and the Hillbilly Hellcats.
Well, that's
night.
what I mean. You know.
Oh, yeah, he had Mad Dog Mike on the drums.
Mad Dog Mike?
Yeah, from Mad Dog Mike and the Smokin' Jays. We played lots of shows with him.
Yep,
when he came in, I'm like, oh my God, that's Mad Dog Mike on the drums.
Yeah.
And
was Lance Romance on bass?
Yes, like this young kid, and he's, man,
oh, man.
Awesome. And, and I love Chuck Hughes, man, because, you know, it could be an hour thing. He could play for 3 hours solid without even stopping once and just keep going. I bet he could probably play all night if he had to.
You know, and that's it. That's my Chuck story. Is like, okay, Lance and Mad Dog were with Carrie Pastine in the crime scene for a while. You know, hate to see him go, Carrie, but you know the band is tight right now. Love Carrie Pastine and the Crime Scene. If you guys ever get a chance to get acquainted with them, they're just masterful at their craft. They've been playing so long. Carrie is just nonstop on. She is just a marvel to watch. In fact, we have a Christmas and New Year's special because Wednesdays, Christmas is on a Wednesday, New Year's is on a Wednesday. We're not going to be here. Sorry, but it's nobody's fault. But, you know, anyway, we went up to Dazzle in Denver, and Carrie Pastine and Cass Clayton Band did a dual CD release party. And we were invited to come up and video it. So we have not released it because that's going to be, Cass is going to be our Christmas special. Love you, Cass. And Carrie Pastine, you got to have Carrie Pastine on a New Year's show. So that's the deal. We haven't put it up on the event schedule yet. I'm a little remiss. We're planning 2020. We've already got like the first quarter pretty much full.
Wow.
But I'd love to have Chuck and the Hellcats because I remember, you know, as well, it doesn't matter how old, but I read Guitar Player magazine, and I remember reading an article on the Hillbilly Hellcats, and I was like, man, I can't wait to see them guys sometime. And that's when I was living in California, and wow, how many bands that you really want to see and that you've always wanted to see and you've always known about are from Colorado.
Yeah, he's still living here.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, my favorite song that night, and I asked him, can you play it? And he did, and it was the hippie dance. I love it, and he played it. And I'm like, thank you, because that was always my favorite song by him.
Well, I got to say, Lance put out a double CD called 30 Years of Rockabilly, and I think it's everything that he was a part of, and there was an awful lot of Hillbilly Hellcats in there. So Lance, friend, I haven't seen you in a while, you know, talking to the camera, hoping that somebody's going to watch sometime, like these guys I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, so many people deserve their dues because they've just added so much to the musical mix.
Yep.
And you never know when you're going to run into people.
Yes, yes. It's always a blessing.
Yes, it is. You know what? A couple more songs. Okay. We're almost at 11 o'clock, if you can believe that, folks. We just kind of had so much fun with you guys, and it's been a great time.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for sticking around and listening to the music. Thank you so much. Yeah, we can, we'll do, how about like two more, all right?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, we're going to do an original and a cover. One of my favorite bands, and I always try and speak for the band. I shouldn't, but hopefully they like them too, because I'm always suggesting songs by this band. Southern Culture on the Skids, and it's called Voodoo Cadillac. Baby, take a ride with me. Up to Mississippi, down to New Orleans. The funky too wide on a stereo. Elvis Presley on the radio. I've been working all day, just chopping on wood. I got 8 popping pistons underneath my hood. That's right. Me and my baby in the used car lot, drinking cheap wine and throwing rocks.
day just chopping on wood. I got 8 popping pistons underneath my hood. That's right. To ride with me. Up to Mississippi, down to New Orleans. Magic feels, and you know I got 'em. Shaking like a loose change in my pocket. I've been working all day, just chopping on wood. I got 8 popping pistons underneath my hood. Let's ride. Let it ride. Ride, let it ride, let it ride. Let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. Let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. Let it ride, let it ride, let it ride.
Thank you. All right, we're going to end with the first song we ever wrote. It's called Freight Train to Hell.
waits on me when I'm in the bar. Waits on me when I'm in my head. Tells me I'm the living dead. Yeah, it's the best ever turned on me. This is terrorized on me. Now freight train, Lord knows, freight train, my friend. Ride it in me. The devil out here down Natalie. Don't see what happened here. I think this boy used to be now. It's the best ever to my me. This is terrorized to me. Now freight train, Lord knows, freight train, Papa. On track, John Captain bleed. The ground opens up with the road. Devil chow, can you give me more? Yeah, there's some best ever took from me. This is terrorized to me. I'm freight train, Lord knows, freight train.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for a high energy set tonight. This has been a fun time for me, talking to you guys, getting to know you guys, and listening to some great music.
Thank you
Getting
so
to see
much.
Kelly on stage again. It's been a joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a voice.
So I want to just quickly mention, we got a couple of other high energy shows for the month of November on our calendar, on our Facebook page. Of course, everybody go hit a like button on the Tankerays Facebook page.
Or go visit on YouTube, subscribe anywhere. Please Facebook, hit us up.
Absolutely, yeah. Support these guys. Want to have them back next year.
We'd love to.
You
Just
know,
let us
we'll
know.
set something up, and we're going to be back to our normal time slot for the rest of the year, and however long eternity lasts.
Yes.
But yeah, so next week, it's a really fun band called Autonomous, and you heard of Autonomous? They're not autonomous, are they? Yeah, so I mean, they do a mixture of reggae, ska, punk, rock, and they're just a fun band. Cool. And for I call it the pre-Wishbone show, since it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It's all connected because the band, of course, is, following the old joke. The hip bone's connected to the wishbone. The band's name is Hip Bone. They're one of our favorites. We just love them. They're a three-piece power trio too. We just love the energy that you guys put into your music. It's great to have you here. Mother Muff's crowd's going to love you Friday.
Thank you very much. Oh, it's a gift to play music, and for us, I mean, geez, it's just what we want to do.
Well, I'm glad you finally made it out, and hopefully I asked enough questions that my two lovely co-hosts who couldn't be here tonight, Laura and Lisa, would have asked. I know Laura would have asked about your guitar, and I know Lisa would have asked about your bass, and a lot more. And Nate being a drummer, I don't know how late he wants to stick around and try and bang on your set, because that kicks, man. You got a great set and a great sound, and that's the power trio concept is each one of you stand out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Couldn't do it without each other.
Oh, man. And, and that's it. For everybody that this is your first time listening to the Tankerays, if you listen to KCOSdigitalmedia.com enough, you'll know that when we get an album from anybody or a CD, we just got one from Matthew Sindeman, new CD going on the Colorado Metal Shop. It's weeknights, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Oh, right on.
We're cutting in a little bit tonight, but you guys were rocking it out. Anyway, we play everything on the CD because that's the way the software works, and we'd rather have it that way because we don't want to have pick a favorite song or a hit record, or we want everything that you guys put out to be heard sometime. So you won't hear the same song for a few days, but you will hear every song on a CD in time.
Yeah. All those hidden gems.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's the thing that I love, and how many stories have you heard, that the hit record was not the song that a band might not wanted to have picked themselves, right?
Oh, yeah. There's lots of songs people say they like, and I'm like, really? I don't like that one. Shouldn't say that, but or you like it, or you're just like, oh, I don't want to play it, or
but then
it's never what you think it is.
But there's equal surprises to that too, right?
Yes. Yeah, and you're like, wow, well, good, maybe. And then you revisit that song and you play it again. You're like, oh, okay. There's a magic to this.
Yeah.
And you start to love it again.
Absolutely.
That's the
Well,
thing.
once again, thank you so much for coming all the way out, and we'll see you tomorrow. And Ashley, bless her heart, she was like, wow, that message thread was kind of different, but we said, and we explained it, and it's like, well, we all talk like that to somebody anyway, right?
We're not
If you didn't know.
internet savvy. When we were having our banter about making it at 10 a.m. in the morning to leave, and there was all these other people on it, and you and I are talking to each other. I realized that we
So
were
where
part of a group, and we didn't even know it. And people were listening to us, and we're like, I quickly got off it and got off the group, and I'm like, oh my God, that's embarrassing. They heard how we talk.
Oh no, it was entertaining. So where were you driving from? Okay. I wasn't even in the state. I'm going, really? Oh man, you're sick and you came. Oh man, you see, we love these stories.
And then the GPS, they put me on some weird route. They took me down 70 instead of dumping me on 25.
Uh-oh.
They dumped me on 9.
Yeah.
And I went up the mountain.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about.
And I'm like, okay, try that in a Mustang, but it's not automatic, so it's fine.
Well, you're here, you're safe. I hope you're not really sick, because you got.
I was, been there no more days.
All right. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, we always make it for shows, no matter what. That's how it goes.
Well, in interest of the hour, on behalf of all the KCOS staff, all the Gold Room staff, Hex Audio, Chad, once
Thank
again.
you, guys. Thank you
Thanks
very much.
so much. It takes all of us to do this, and
Thank you.
especially you guys.
Thank you.
So
And
You
thank
guys
you.
got a merch page on the website, and
Yes.
hit that merch site. Get your Tankerays.
Tankerays.com.
Yeah. So that's about it for me.
Thank you.
And Nate's going to cut us off here whenever he should be cutting me off already because I tend to babble, don't I? But anyway, 24 hours, 7 days a week, KCOSdigitalmedia.com, all Colorado music. And we just turned Governor Hickenlooper on to that.
Yeah.
There you go. Till next week, we'll see ya.
Thank you.
Bye and thank you.